Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Billy. Billy is the Aramaic word for da. Back in the 1st century AD, there was a lesser-known biblical character from the New Testament named Billy Boyden, who was the younger, shorter, beer-drinking stepbrother of Jesus. In their boyhood, the two brothers made their living as fishermen in the Sea of Galilee. One day, as Jesus turned his attentions away from the boat ever so briefly, the vessel wandered out to sea. Billy screamed, "My boat! My boat! Jesus! God damn it, my boat!" Fortunately, the boat was recovered, but the chafed Jesus was so furious that Billy had used the Lord's name in vain. He reported him as a dissenter to the Roman government of pagans. Billy quickly shacked up with Mary Magdalene, a childhood friend of his and Jesus, who also happened to be a prostitute and easy lay. They married, went on a honeymoon to Mesopotamia, and then Billy tired of her. He heard that St. Paul had some extra beer, so he followed him on his road to Damascus, where they planned to drink their brewskis and beat up some Christians. Suddenly a bright light appeared and blinded them both. "Who are you, Lord?" Paul asks, to which a voice replies, "I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting." Acts 9 verse 4. Paul converts immediately and his sight is restored. But Billy Boyden simply looks up at the bright lights and says, "Da." Personality of the boy named Billy. Romance is the hallmark of the Six personality. They exude nurturing, loving, and caring energy. Sixes are in love with the idea of love in its idealized form, and with their magnetic personalities, they easily draw people toward them. Like the number 2 personality, they seek balance and harmony in their life and the world at large. They are conscientious and service-oriented, and a champion for the underdog. These personalities naturally attract money and are usually surrounded by lovely material objects, but their human relationships are always primary. They thrive in giving back to others rather than being motivated by their own desires. This is when they achieve great things. Sixes are natural teachers, ministers, and counselors. Popularity of the boy named Billy. Billy has been mildly popular in the United States until the most interesting man in the world, Billy Hackett, influenced the name's popularity. Now, parents across America are embracing this name. The ECB, European Central Bank, has asked him to provide his thoughts on the impact of a cigarette tax on the Eurozone to calm global markets. Tim Tebow wants him to be his spiritual advisor and introduce him to Mary Magdalena. Herman Cain wants to go out on a date with him. TMZ reports that Kim Kardashian has left Chris Humphries for him. Obama has secretly debated replacing Biden with him. Santa Claus has reportedly asked children in Russia to leave him cottage cheese and 1000 Island dressing instead of milk and cookies. Anderson Cooper has visited his Facebook page 1,000 times this week. The Dow Jones Index increased 400 points this week when he said "bye-bye now" to his bearish view on the Irish equity market. His uncanny resemblance to Joe Pa is causing a national riot. Billy is now the most interesting name in America. Quick facts on Billy. Gender, boy. Origin, Arabic. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 690. Pronunciation, Billy E. Simple meaning, da. Characteristics of Billy. Sensitive, humanitarian, affectionate, family-oriented, compassionate, community-minded, loving. Cultural references to the baby name, Billy. Literary characters of the baby name Billy. Popular songs on Billy. A catchy Billy Joel tune from the 1980s, a song by Steve Earle, Movin' Out/Anthony's song, Billy Joel, Billy, and Bonnie. Historic figures with the name Billy. Billy the Kid was the notorious 19th century outlaw in the Old West, about whom more legend than fact has been cultivated. Born William Henry McCarty, he also answered to Henry Antrim and settled, finally, on William Bonney. He exited the world 21 short years later, but left behind a highly romanticized and exaggerated version of his life for generations to come. Eyewitness accounts called him a Euro personably a Euro Elithia Euro, and a Euroeniat dresser Euro, but the only known photographic image of him tells a different story. At the risk of being unkind, Lita Euro S just say he didn't a Euro T look like someone the ladies would swoon over, but then again, the ladies are often off track in that department. Handsome or not, he must have had a temper, because he took out about 20 men in his day, so they say, for various reasons. Starting with petty theft in his teens, William graduated to cattle rustling and local warfare of opposing gangs. He escaped from prison more than once, killing the pesky guard or two, but was finally hunted down and ambushed, his supporters say, by Sheriff Pat Garrett, who shot him to death. Perhaps the most interesting fact about his life is that the man who put a bounty on the Kita Euro S head was the governor of New Mexico, Lew Wallace, who wrote Ben-Hur. Now that was a good movie.